All right, this is the Society of the Blind Eye. Didn't really learn anything in this one. I mean, not much. No. Okay, kind of, but you could skip it.
Some about Dipper and Mabel and Wendy and Sue's finding the club of the no homos.
Yeah, weird. So we definitely thought that was Patrick Stewart, but it's not. It's, I think the voice, it says the voice of Darth Maul by just, in the Phantom Menace. So he was the guy that voiced Darth Maul. Obviously, didn't do the stunts or anything, but okay, so a bunch of interesting stuff, obviously.
Where do you start?
Well, the funny thing...
Well, you're right about the McGucket thing.
Well, no, but here's the thing. I forgot the details of this episode, so when I was saying, like, maybe he's the author or something like that, it's like, oh yeah, they clearly say he's not the author. So my bad.
No, but he knows the author.
He does know the author.
So...
pretty much the setup is that they think he's the author, so they go to figure out what his story is, and they find the Society of the Blind Eye, who erases the memory of people who see, like, supernatural stuff. Kind of shocked they haven't come across Dipper and Mabel yet.
Yeah,
how did they skip that? But nevertheless, and maybe they're just not very good, or they kept blocking out their own mind, who knows, but... so they come across this, and apparently this founder was the one who put it together, but they've erased their mind so much they forget. And when they finally, so they have this great big fight and everything, and they erase their memories, and they have the memories of McGucket in there. Turns out he was this brilliant scientist who I think, I had to look back, but I think when he was looking at what he knows about the journal, you know, like there is a picture of a professor, and I thought it was the guy from, that you're going to see in the next episode, the one Mark Hamill played, but it's not. It's McGucket, so my bad. They look kind of similar. You just know in, like, the past comments, people are like, no, it wasn't that, it was this person, so...
this is my first time seeing it, so...
Yeah, you're fine.
I get a free pass.
My memory... I'm one of those guys who, like, has probably had the gun used on 1,000,000 times because my memory is terrible. But we do have... and it's revealed that he had this, he was the founder and that he had this brilliant mind. He's been working with the author, but is not actually the author himself. And he just got too addicted to the ray gun and...
Became old crazy McGucket. Now fight like a hillbilly.
So
I love the, not just the banjo, but the raccoon, the stuffed raccoon, and then, what was the, dysentery.
Yeah. Dysentery.
Reminds me of Oregon Trail. I sucked at that game because I always died of dysentery.
Everybody did. That was always the thing.
No, but I mean, literally, I'm like, pack for your adventure. You're in Independence, Missouri. Pack for your adventure, and I'm buying supplies. It's like, you've died of dysentery. And I'm like, I haven't even left yet.
So the briefcase computer laptop is his because his last name was like, what was it? Fiddleford, something like that. I believe that's what they said.
Fiddleford!
But anywho, so he decides he's going to try and sort of get his memory back and keep inventing stuff and see what he can remember. And then we have an ending with Stan, once again, the machine. That seems to be a portal. It seems to be like a Stargate is the big thing because stuff goes in there. He heard his hand, the price says, I don't care how long it takes, it's going to happen. My theory now, because McGucket brings up...
Send James Spader in first.
Yes. Because McGucket brings up, also, it was in 1982, and I think that's when the calendar was, and they kept saying 30 years ago. So, again, there's some sort of connection there. If I had to guess, because he talks about... you know, like a past girlfriend and stuff like that, and had the calendar. I think there's even pictures of a woman. My guess is that he lost somebody, like, in that portal or whatever.
Could be. But yeah, 1982 does keep getting brought up, so...
Yeah.
That's definitely when all this shit went down, apparently.
Yeah, and 30 years and all that stuff. So, a couple interesting things in the codes here. I can't see which one is the ending credits, but one is, if my suspicions are correct, this is the work of Fiddleford. Does he really have to go to such great lengths to forget? That was something that, according to this, was the Journal 3 entry on the Blind Eye has this symbol that says that. So, okay, and nothing big, but the interesting thing, when the last thing that McGucket says on the video before it goes off, he's like, you know, yeehaw, I'm McGucket now, and he makes a little triangle with his head, and he says something, I think backwards, he's speaking in Atbash, which transfers out to Bill Cipher Triangle. So he knows something about Bill Cipher. He's had some sort of run-in with him, which is interesting. And then the final line, I think this is the credits one. Yeah, ignorance is bliss, but bliss is boring. I like that. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff.
That is true.
A lot of interesting stuff to take in. The one, if Jason and Jory were here watching this right now, I get a feeling there's something very similar that happens in Adventure Time with an old kook who's actually a genius. And because obviously they use a lot of the same people from Adventure Time for this, a lot of the same voice actors, a very similar sense of humor. I'm wondering if that was either a send-up or they had sort of the same idea at the same time or something.
It's not an unheard of trope either.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not quite to a point where it's like rip-off familiar, but it's like, I was watching it, it's like, okay, this is really ringing some bells, even down to watching it on the TV. And it just looked very, very similar. But I think it's fine. You know, it's still enough of its own thing. And yeah, I really like how they took sort of this side character, who was kind of like just a funny character in the background, made him like this really big focus. I'm wondering if that was always planned. I could actually see it always being planned.
I don't know. I think there's some sort of plan going on here because he seems to have a concept of where he's going with the mystery. Like, it seems so... I don't know.
But you know how these things work. Like
we're halfway. Okay, so we're halfway through summer according to season 2, which means like maybe he planned this out as a 3-season show that
could be. Maybe it's like Avatar. Maybe it's got like a beginning, middle, and end. But yeah, it's a good episode regardless of being very similar to Adventure Time. But I like giving this guy a past story. I like you find out more about the mystery. I like the side story with Mabel trying to forget about boys is okay, but I think it was worth it just to see Wendy make a beard hair and just go testosterone. I thought that was pretty funny. As a man, I was very offended. By the way, how dare you? Our gender is not a joke.
It's not funny. It's not funny at all.
That's the internet. It can be that both is oversensitive and not sensitive enough. That's the interesting thing about it. But no, I thought that was really funny. And yeah, just a lot of codes, a lot of mystery in this one, but it still had a lot of really good laughs. And yeah, I enjoyed it. How about you?
I thought it was really good. I don't have much to talk about because I just keep thinking of the damn mystery now. And I'm
you see, like this one especially, it's like, yeah. No, you had an interesting theory that was debunked.
I did?
But no, about, you said, well,
I thought
he could be the author.
Was good?
No, you say he could be the author because he has the cast on his hand. Maybe that's hiding the 6 fingers.
Yeah, so...
I thought that was an interesting thought, but then you see him with a cast.
Yeah, the old coot, I'm like, well, they said 6 fingers, and he has a cast on his hand. Maybe he had one of the fingers chopped off or something, but... No, they seem to have debunked it.
Well, because later you see him with 5 fingers early, and then later you see him like in a cast, like I saw Little Men, it was disturbing or something. But it's still like you do wonder how did he get the cast though. You see him in the process, like he gets it, the arm brace.
Do we know if the author's a man or a woman? Have they ever been gender specific, like he or she?
I don't believe so.
What if it's Grunkelstan's wife or lover or girl? Like.
Could be. Maybe she was just born with a 6 finger or something.
I'm making it up. No. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I think they said though. Didn't the shapeshifters say it was a he? That 6 fingered. But even then, did he say he?
It's a shapeshifter. Who believes those guys?
But no, it could be.
I think we can trust Mark Hamill.
Yeah, he's never played a villain ever. In that fight, he's like the world's most famous hero in all of film, and then after that he plays nothing but bad guys.
Yeah, that's true. Now I think about it. I'm Luke Skywalker, and then he's like, I gotta butch this up. Next thing you know, Joker and every other villain on the planet.
Yeah. He has such a diabolical voice. Yeah.
What was it say? Swatch alert!
The dog stretching across.
This week's show was brought to you by the sweater. Weird stretchy dog 70s sweater shirt thing.
Maybe it's cat dog.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this one. We're marathoning these, so this is like episode 7, and
we're probably gonna take a break after this one.
I woke up at 5 in the morning, and I've been watching these, since 7 o'clock, and we're past noon now, so I think I'm just running, my brain's just shutting down.
Well, I think after this, as of now, when this has come out, there's only 2 episodes left.
We'll do the next 2 a couple days from now before I leave for Christmas break, and then...
And I've only seen the
And
next
then we'll
one.
just have to do it, like, whenever it's released, so...
Yeah, and I've only seen the next one, After that, I haven't seen whatever the Love God or whatever it's called. So yeah, every episode after this really will be like, I'm like seeing it for the first time. I mean, not knowing anything of what's going to happen and stuff. So that'll be interesting.
But yeah, no, this was a really, really good episode, and I am into the mystery. I think now that they're trying to solve or give us some answers, like, because going into it, I didn't know what the mystery was. So now it feels like it's coming together. I mean, you've watched it once already, so I don't even know what to look for.
I like
because watching it with him is both fun and maddening, because he'll have his little like note thing here and go, oh. And like scribble something down. I'm like, what? What did you see? He was
nothing.
Oh, so you mean you didn't see that triangle in the
I
background?
did not do that. I do not do that. I tried very hard not to do that.
He actually twiddled his goatee like
I'm trying to
like
grow
a
longer
villain with a top hat and a monocle. But
there is a monocle in the book. Bill Cipher has only one eye.
Yeah, but he's always like, and I'm like, what are you looking at?
There's just a lot of stuff I never noticed.
All I see are funny jokes.
My memory's so terrible anyway, I'll forget it, so I have to write it down.
But yeah, good episode. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, just interesting.
Very interesting. Who's the author?
Well, I can't possibly solve this mystery. Can you?